All right, everybody. Hope you got a good break there. Got your juices and everything back ready to get back at it. What we're going to do, again, I think I want to, because of some of the questions, I just want to make sure everything is clarified to you and to you guys. You know, it does not take you any length of time to really do these trust documents, to prepare these trust documents. It just depends on how well or how easy it is for you to just complete the document. So basically, I'm going to show you here in just a second how simple it can be. It's just a matter of you filling out the information. So for most of you, probably you can fill out a trust within about 15, 20 minutes with all the information sitting in front of you. To file it, I said on yesterday, in most cases, you're probably looking at less than $50 to record the documents that get recorded. So that's your cost. That is your cost. If you were going to go somewhere and have an attorney prepare these documents for you, you would be looking at anywhere from about $1,200 to $1,900, possibly even $2,500 per trust. But you'll be able to do these yourself. Just remember what I just said. You would be able to do these yourself. If you go get an attorney to do the same stuff, you're going to be looking at, like I said, between $900, depending on what you're doing, between $900 to $2,500 to do this. All right. And so all I'm just telling you is take your notes. Don't put this stuff up and don't go back and look at it for 2 or 3 weeks and then think you're going to remember this stuff. Take your notes while stuff is fresh in your head and sit there and try to go through the documents while it's fresh in your head to get everything figured out. All right. So real quickly, what I want to do before we move on, I want to also go back and just talk about your company formations and everything. Want to make sure that you know what you need. So basically, formalities, you're going to need your articles of organization, your request for your EIN number. So remember, you're going to form your company. I recommended to you yesterday that for some of you that have not formed a company at this point in time, that you may want to consider forming your initial company first in Wyoming. Okay? A manager-managed company in Wyoming. And then you're going to form your company in your respective state where you're holding properties. And you're going to let that manager-managed Wyoming corporation be the member of your holding company. I went over that on yesterday. All right. So you're going to form your company. You're going to submit your articles of organization to the Secretary of State. Once you get those articles back from the Secretary of State, you're going to request for your employer identification number through the IRS. So you can do that online, guys, real quick and simple. You just go on the IRS website under the request for EIN, and it should probably take you about 5 to 10 good minutes, and you will get your EIN instantly. Okay? Or you can fill out the documents and fax them, and that's going to take a little bit more time, or mail it in if that's what you want to do as well. But you can go online, fill out the request for EIN, and get your EIN number instantaneously. Okay? All right? Operating agreement, guys. Remember, you have to have your operating agreement. That prescribes your business. Okay? It's like a standard operating procedure for your business, how it's managed, how it's run. All right. And you want one specific to your business. I'm going to illustrate that to you because I think I'm going back over the things I know are important that I don't want you to miss. That's why I'm spending this extra time. Meeting minutes. You're going to be wanting to have a record of your annual meeting minutes. Remember, I said on yesterday that one of the bennies that you have to being a company is that you can actually have in your operating agreement that the company reimburses you for travel, to have meeting minutes, to have annual meetings. So again, I'm not going to dive all the way into how you actually do this, but if you went to Disney World, you went on vacation, you have to have a certain percentage of time spent actually doing business activity. But just think about it, being able to have your business pay for your flights and get a write-off for it, being able to go out and do entertainment while you're there as a part of this and your business is paying for it. You know, you see many corporations, guys, prepaid legal and all these different guys, I mean, Legal Shield, all these different businesses that go out and have meetings in different places, and the company's paying for those overachievers in the company as a benefit. Resolutions, guys, you got to have meeting resolutions. You know, if you resolve to do something after this weekend, if you don't have an operating agreement, you may have a resolution to adopt a new operating agreement that's specific to my business. Okay, and you'll put that in your folder, in your file folder, where you keep your records and maintain your records, a file cabinet or whatever. It's not that complicated. Let's not overcomplicate simple stuff. Again, you know, you're required to have annual meetings. You want to have a record of those annual meetings. For some of you that have actually been in business for a period of time, 2, 3, 4 years, and you know you have not done any of this stuff, you might want to sit down and start going back and creating some records of your annual meetings. Okay? If there's things that you have wrong in your business that you know you have not done, all right, one thing you can do is you can do a memorandum of record. On April 20th, 2020, our company performed a self-audit, and we found that we were not actually conducting meeting minutes as required. We did this to take action to alleviate the situation. Moving forward, we'll move forward in a respectful manner as we are according to the rules and laws. So whatever you do, you're just going to write something simple, memorandum for your record. Act and sign as a member to the company. Always, you're always acting and signing as a member of your organization. Don't sign documents personally. Don't go sign even HUD settlement statements. I know we're happy to get that check, but you don't sign that stuff. You sign that stuff as member, as manager, whatever capacity you're acting at. Getting liability insurance for your business. Okay, remember, you're going to have a business checking account, savings account, or whatever. You're going to have that for your business. We don't want to commingle funds. All right, you're going to create, you can consider that second LLC to be a partner in any type LLC that you have other than an S corporation. S corporation cannot have another entity as a owner. Write that down if you didn't catch that. S corporation cannot have another entity as a owner. That's the S corporation. C corporation can, and of course the LLC can. All right. Now, again, signing on behalf of the company. I don't care, guys. I told you on yesterday, if whoever's trying to have you sign something hasn't already pre-printed the signature block, then you sit there and you write it in yourself. John Smith as member manager, ABC Properties LLC, whatever it is, you write it in. Okay. All right. So real quick, next thing, I want to talk about the operating agreement. I recommend, I'm going to show you two different things. I want you to look at this. So here goes an operating agreement. And this is your standard basic operating agreement that most attorneys will give you. This is a cookie cutter. So this is a 16-page, no, excuse me, this is a 28-page operating agreement, right? And the operating agreement talks about the formation of the company, talks about the registered agent. All right. You can see meeting of the managers, rights of the managers, the members to the company, annual meetings of the members. This is all the stuff on the under the table of contents. And then if you contributions of capital contributed to the company, allocations and distributions. I'm just kind of giving you an overview of what an operating agreement actually looks like. Dissolution and termination. All right, managers of the company. All right, so if you go down, basically this one says Bayview Rental Residential Properties, right? It says this operating agreement of Bayview Residential Properties. It talks about this being a North Carolina limited liability company. All right, goes down and starts talking about, let's go through. Let me see if I can just get to where I want to go very quickly for you. So guys, it talks about inspections of books and records. Any manager should have the right to examine all books and records of the company. All right, talks about compensation of the managers or the members, meetings of the managers. So it talks about the requirement to have meetings and notice of those meetings. It talks about the names and names of all the members in the organization and the meetings of the members. How many people you need to have a quorum when you're having meetings. So this talks about the capital accounts to the organization. So guys, this is all about making, you have to have this. If you went on the Secretary of State's website and you didn't get this as a part of you forming your company, then you don't have everything you need. And what I said yesterday, the last thing you want to do is to actually have a company and then get into a situation where you need a company and find out you don't have a company. All right, because you don't have all the documentation. All right, so we keep going down. You're going to see at the bottom is two members in this company, Justin Investor and Jackie Investor. Justin is the manager member. Jackie is just the member. Okay, so you got one person that's doing the management. So this is your generic boilerplate type operating agreement that most of your attorneys give you. Now, this is what we use in our business. We use a operating agreement that is real estate specific, a real estate specific operating agreement. Guys, like I told you, this is what you want in your business. You want something that's talking about what you're actually doing in the business. So you're looking at this just to show you a few things on it. And I'm trying to get you so you understand what's going on with this stuff. So let me go down to page 6. Whoa. Just a second. Let me get up here just a second, guys. I'm going to run up here and let you see. All right, I want you to see the difference between what I showed you first and what I'm showing you now. All right, so on this particular operating agreement, which is very detailed, it says that business purpose of the company is real estate investments. All right. The principal business purpose of the company is to purchase, own, operate, and lease real estate in a business-like, prudent manner. All right. It also says that you have an intent to hold. You see that? It's written in your operating agreement itself. It says you have an intent to hold the properties. That means you're in it for long-term investment. That means something when it comes to tax time. All right. It says that your company requires you to be educated. So let me see if I can get there. Required real estate education for the members. All right. So in this particular document, it's telling you and prescribing that the members of this company have to subscribe to continuing education. What does that mean for you? That means that when you're paying for this workshop, that you get to write it off completely, because your company mandates that you continually educate yourself. So this is a 100% write-off for those of you that didn't know it. I just told you that. All right. Says that you're going to have and adopt the business plan. All right. We're going to go down, if I can get there real quick. It's going, this document, like I said, guys, is what you really need to, something like what you really need to have in your businesses, because this talks about exactly what we are actually doing as real estate investors. All right, so get here. So, all right, talks about the specific duties. So with the specific duties, if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, this right here tells you exactly what's going on. All right, y'all see that? Acquisition of property. You can use something like this to actually help you accumulate the hours you need to be a real estate professional. All right. Now I can tell you on this document right here, I got, this is what we use in our businesses. This document alone cost me $995. All right. With the other stuff that goes along with it. So like I said, we do a lot of stuff on the cheap. Okay. So what you're looking at right now, what it costs to get this operating agreement and the documents that supporting documents that go with it cost more than what most of you guys pay for. What you pay for the workshop, or as much as what we pay for the workshop. So again, you want to have something in your business that supports what you're doing. All right. Let me go down just a little bit more. And like I said, I'm just doing this because I want you guys to see management landlord activities for your company property. So it's telling you all the stuff that you're going out, analyzing and making cosmetic improvements. You're looking at, you thoroughly screen tenants by interviewing them. All right. Approving tenants, move in, move out process, all this stuff that is stating. This is in your operating agreement. I guarantee you, everybody that's on this conference right here, with the exception of a few that have been in alignment with me, most of you have that boilerplate operating agreement that I showed you before. But if you're in business, you want to have the documents that support you being in business. And like I said, everything doesn't come on the cheap. All right. So there's your operating agreement. There's a copy of something that's your certificate of LLC resolution. So here you're talking about what you're resolving to do, whatever it might be. All right. So you're going to you would complete this and put whatever it is you're trying to do. We resolve to buy, or we resolve to add another member. We met and out of that meeting, we resolved to have to bring in an additional member. Here goes LLC meeting minutes. So here we go. Tommy Homebuyer, the managing member, and Mary Homebuyer, the member, met on December 15th, 2018. All right. And at that meeting, they elected Tommy to be the chairperson. All right. They talked about what their annual profit was down here. So you can see down here, it says the annual financial report was reviewed basically, and they made $225,000. And you're going to put this in your file folder, guys. This is the kind of stuff that actually gets you when you have a lawsuit, which I'm going to talk about again when we get to the subject 2 part. When we talk about me being sued, this is what gets you out of those lawsuits, will help you sustain your corporate veil. All right. Here we have your direction to land trust trustee. Just want to show you that. Remember when we talked about with the trust that the trustee can only operate at the direction of the beneficiaries. Only operate at the direction of the beneficiaries. Okay, so you see, if that trustee goes and does something contrary to what you told him to do, then he's broken his fiduciary responsibility to you, and he's in trouble. So if you want, you're going to have these documents as a part of this workshop. All right. So if you want your trustee to attend the closing, you're going to fill it all out. You're going to fill all the pertinent information out. And you're going to say, hey, I want you to attend the closing for the sale of. I want you to attend the closing for the purchase of. All right. And tell them the date and time of closing and all that good stuff. and where to send the check. You get through that closing, you send me my money. All right. And further instruction says that the trustee will manage and sell the trust asset taking all actions necessary to accomplish the sale. Everybody good with that? All right. So we got that out of the way. Want to do one other thing real quick as we're going right into the trust. Going into the trust to complete personal property trust. So hold on a second, Dave. Let me get back on here. Close out. We're at single view. All right, hopefully you guys can see that. I know that some of you were asking about the trust, creating the trust. Now, guys, you're going to have a fill-in document. This is another document that we have in our asset protection kit that you can request this, and you can get with me. You can get with us later if you want to get this particular document. This document is an autofill document. It populates all of the information onto all of the sheets. So once you fill out one page, it goes to everything else. Otherwise, you have to fill out all the trust documents individually. It's on you what you do. The ones that you get, you'll be able to complete the trust. You're just going to have to manually go in and just fill in the blanks in each document. All right. So we're going to show you real quick. For some of you want to know how long it takes to actually fill out a trust. So we're going to I'm going to actually just do just a little bit right here in front of you so you can see just how easy a process this is. All right. So listen, if you guys can see that, we're going to watch this. We're going to form a trust. We're looking at forming our trust. Yesterday, I told you guys real quick, we're going back because I want some of you guys to just be comfortable with what you're looking at, because some of you are going to seem like and feel like you're overwhelmed by this process. And once you do a few of these, you're going to get comfortable. You're going to have to do them to get comfortable. So let's go back to page 39. Excuse me. You're going to go back in your book and you're going to see on page 41. All right. So you can go to between page 41 or page 39. You can see it all just on individual lines without verbiage. So on page 39 in your book, land trust formation data sheet, and then page 41 in your book, the land trust formation data sheet for the populating one, auto-populated one. All right. So let's just say you're going to form this trust. We're going to form a trust today. So today is April 19th. It's already there. Just start typing. April 19th, 2020. All right. It just hits the tab key. You're in Texas. State you're preparing it in is Texas. County, whatever county in Texas. Just say, we'll call it Houston County just because I can't remember any Texas counties. Houston, all right. Trust, we're going to call it the 123 Main Street Trust. Very simple, we're going to do. All right. Why have you selected this? Because of the subdivision. All right. Land Trust Trustee. We're going to name Mary Smith. That's somebody that we know. Put her initials MH. And that's a best friend out of state. I said MH is MS. We tab back. Y'all know what we're doing. Yeah. All right, the trustee's address is, go tab, just tab. Where you at? All right, why this person? Best friend. Address, 4012 Chestnut Street, Houston, Texas. Phone number, we're gonna leave that the same. Property taxes cleared since December 2019. All right, we're gonna say the first primary beneficiary is ABC Properties, LLC. Tab 100%. We don't have a secondary beneficiary, so it's gonna be blank. Just delete. This is kind of hard to try to demonstrate to you guys on the screen. All right, so 100%. All right, so we're gonna say, you're gonna go down, put all the information, guys.